A topic that's been brought up from time to time in the Minecraft community is whether or not the game as a whole is dying. Dying has many definitions: a loss of community in terms of numbers, the game's supposed quality overall, amongst many other things. People have said that when playing Minecraft, they lost the intrigue that they once had. The argument on whether or not Minecraft has lost its charm goes all the way back to 2012, and in some cases, even earlier. Has Minecraft actually lost its charm though? In this video, we're going to discuss just that, but also why we believe people have had this revelation. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. As Minecraft has gotten to crazy amounts of success, it almost begs the question on whether or not its lack of charm is because it's so culturally relevant. Like a lot of small projects, Minecraft went from indie game to household name. Think Mario and Tetris. Everybody knows who and what they are. They're video games. But overall, they come in many different forms and variations, and a diverse group of people enjoy those specific interpretations. Minecraft's cultural appeal has been that it can be played in an almost endless amount of ways, from survival mode to creative mode to multiplayer to hardcore to minigames and more. Minecraft is about as diverse as it gets. Players are dependent on the game's difficulty and their experience. As Minecraft is a sandbox game, quite literally, what people can do with it is entirely up to their imagination and willingness to put in that time. Originally, Minecraft spread via word of mouth. Learning something in Minecraft was a community effort. If you learned something, you typically told your friends. Now the game is so ingrained in pop culture that you've probably seen assets or ideas from the game and know what it is as an outsider looking in, even if you don't play the game, primarily due to the fact that mainstream media has provided this knowledge as a platform for comedy via shows like South Park, Rick and Morty, Adventure Time, merchandise, commercials, and the list goes on. Because it is quite literally this generation's Lego, you almost have to be living under a rock to not know what it is. On top of that, Minecraft is the second most bought video game of all time, only following Tetris. A long time ago, old players joined in on the Minecraft experience with little to no indication of what to do. You could be sitting in a call with your friend while he explained it to you, and you'd still be clueless. And honestly, the same could still be said for new players, although now, the occasional prompt will tell you what something is and what you should do. A common thread in the community back in the day was the wow factor of seeing every single Minecraft world was different, and knowing that yours was unique. On top of this, Minecraft back in the day had way less than it does now in terms of content. Every single update felt like a genuine addition to the game. Secret Update Fridays were massive and changed almost everything overnight. So does the fact that more items, experience, mobs, and possibilities exist in the game now add more wonder for the new generation or less wonder? In the early days of Minecraft, the game had so little that if you came up with a solution for a problem, you felt like you were doing something spectacular. Now, items have been made with these solutions in mind: redstone, pistons, command blocks, observer blocks, and the list goes on. If I had to think about it, I almost wonder that because there were fewer mechanics in the early days of the game, if we then had a greater appreciation for each individual mechanic, as where an item gets added now, we older players tend to turn our heads at it. Updates like command block changes were really meaningful, but there was so much to keep up with. This may be a weird idea, but there's a philosophy that when you're younger, new experiences are far more novel because you are younger. When you're 6 years old, 1 year was a sixth of your entire life, but when you're 30, a year is 1/30th. Experiences aren't typically as novel when you get older or when you've been playing the game for longer. If you've played Minecraft for a long time, maybe because we've experienced Minecraft for so long, it's hard for us to get excited over every little change and feature. However, to a new player, they might still be enthralled with the novelty. But that's just an idea. Games like No Man's Sky prove that people can still have an interest in discovery within video games with procedural generation. Minecraft's procedural generation is based in the idea that certain things stay relatively the same throughout the game's push outwards. Biomes will almost certainly look similar to their other counterparts. The occasional structure, landmass, or glitch will be more interesting than others, but is that enough for old players to still have a sense of wonder? With new features being introduced somewhat regularly now, is the appeal coming back to players? Is finding out what the game has to offer that interesting to the outside player looking in? If I had to put it into words, I'd have a little bit of trouble, but I'll try. Because of the vast and many different playing experiences that Minecraft has had the pleasure of offering over 100 million people, I'd have to argue that the game has not lost its charm. New people are finding Minecraft every single day, and with that, a new adventure of their own unfolds. People are still falling off of cliffs, messing up crafting recipes, finding glitches, digging straight down, being creeper kamikazed, sniped by skeletons, being zoned in on by zombies, and the list goes on. Minecraft's charm isn't gone. It's just extremely hard for an experienced player to even remotely comprehend what it would feel like to play the game all over again like they did in the beginning playing the game for the very first time. Going back to old versions of the game, you can sometimes bring those moments and memories back, realizing that you have to relearn that certain features simply don't exist yet, or just for the nostalgia of it. People playing for the very first time who start in creative mode might miss the fear element of the initial playing experience, but if somebody starts playing on survival, they'll more than likely still get that authentic experience of what it felt like way back in the day for my generation. People tend to forget that Minecraft was a genuinely scary game, and it still is. The terror of the night, the darkness of caves, the anguish of losing your first diamond to lava, etc. People are going to make mistakes. As long as those mistakes and frustrations exist, Minecraft will probably never lose its charm. Minecraft's modern appeal may tend to lean towards a younger audience, but it's relentless no matter what age you are, where you're from, or what console you're playing on. On a more personal note, before I go ending off this video, I really don't think that the charm from Minecraft is gone. I just think that there's more to discover, and I really don't think that's a bad thing. I think the process that we had to go through in our old school days of playing Minecraft is still the very same process that new players have to go through today. I just think that it takes them a lot longer to master the game than it took us to master the game, because there are so many fewer mechanics in the game in my generation versus the generation of today. And if you wanted to do really mundane things that things like observer blocks can do now, it took a lot longer to master those back in the day, but now modern players just have to master things in a different way. But the fact that the items that are there and available for the new generation of players doesn't mean that they still don't have those novel, genuine experiences of their own. I just think that, again, players of my generation from the 2011, 2012, and 2013 generation genuinely cannot experience in its entirety what it was like to be a brand new Minecraft player for the very first time. However, stories like when I lost my diamonds in lava on my peaceful map for the very first time after hours and hours of playing, or when I was playing on a multiplayer server with a bunch of friends of mine and suddenly the biggest, most awesome tree fort just suddenly was set on fire and burned to the ground, it doesn't mean that players of the new won't have experiences just like that. And if you want to hear a couple of stories where I talked about either my first time losing all of my diamonds, or where I talked about that tree story and many more old school stories from my Minecraft past, check out some of the links in the description down below. And if you're a new player playing Minecraft for the first time within the last year or so, then I would like you to share your experiences with me in the comment section down below. How did you feel as a new player within the past year or two playing Minecraft for the very first time? But what do you think? Do you think that Minecraft has lost its charm? Have I convinced you otherwise? What was your first experience? Maybe your first death? Let me know in the comments section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.